Although Jacob started junior high this year. The junior high bus ends super late. The elementary school bus picks up at 5 after 7, and Jacob's junior high bus doesn't pick up till like 8:15. They murdered my M'Baku, chat. What a freaking monster. Grindel, I plan to use your deck as a filler if I don't get other submissions, but if you want to, if you send it a tip, it'll be guaranteed for sure. It looks interesting. Cool Ranch or Nacho Cheese Doritos? I'm absolutely a Cooler Ranch kind of guy. Absolutely a Cooler Ranch kind of guy. You about to get killed daddied here? And that's why you're my favorite streamer. Thanks for the minis, juice. Fifty to murder the board here, yes? Kneel before Poppy! Thanks, bud. Appreciate you. Right, I was worried I wasn't gonna. Oh no, coin flip. Doggy. Look at this. Look at this incredibly skilled 50-50 to have priority. Boop 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 on the nose. Boop 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 on the nose. Call me Britney, baby, because I am toxic. But that's what they get for Yan doing our M'Baku chat. They murdered my man. They got what they deserved. Where I went to school in rural Ohio, the older kids, middle school and high school bus came earlier than the elementary bus. Yeah, I think that's backwards. Thank you. I think you absolutely want to let the older kids start later. Younger kids are mostly up anyways. Speaking from personal experience. Oh, and I misresponded to your comment, Ben. You said your little one is starting preschool daycare. It's really good for them. Like honestly, even after seeing, yeah, pucker up, Buttercup. Even after seeing how it impacted my older two, I think I would absolutely have wanted Haley to do some amount of daycare, even if we didn't need the full-time care, just because it's so good for development. What do you mean how it impacted them? Kids are just different once they've been able to spend a bunch of time around kids. In a good way. I have Galactus in hand. What in the shang-brained hell was that? I'm sorry. What? Did they just think I was Black Panthering them? They must have assumed I was, and they snapped me? You snapped me on that? What a video gamer. And sweating afterwards? These people aren't alright. What a terrible day to have, eyes. Thanks for the minis, Jace. Yeah, it's also kind of, I guess if it had been Nimrod, they would have denied one of them because of the miniaturized lab. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, chat. Uh-oh, chat, they know Poppy is here. They know. Scotty is aware. I think this is not a Galactus game. I think this is gonna be a Blink Baku game. Yeah, so we merge this in, and then we blink him, and then we'll have a 9-power Baku jump out of our deck at the end. And it also means if we have priority and they don't put more than 6 here, we could Galactus here and then have Baku jump out for a total of 15. Rats, I'm playing for over there. Please be little. Please be little. Oh, Mio. Okay, don't draw him, Baku. Are you ready, kids? I can't hear you. Kneel before Poppy! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! You have more points than me! Ah! There's my main man.
Victory.
Venomized. M'Baku. That's a textbook. What are we trying to do? That is what we are trying to do. Nobody expects that I empower Baku. He's the big boy. I've talked about it before, but I really must say, even 3 years in, I'm really impressed with Marvel Snap from a deck building perspective. Like, I started playing Snap because I thought the core rules were really sweet and innovative, but I genuinely didn't expect a 12 card game with just no resource identity or anything like that to have as much deck building depth as this game consistently does. Well, obviously there's best decks or best cards like any card game. There's so much. It's honestly comparable to like Magic the Gathering for how many like B-rate things or C-rate things you could do that are interesting and feel reasonable. I think at this point, literally the only thing Snap is missing in my mind from other card games is the lack of a second way to play the game consistently. They do all these rotating limited time game modes, but it would be nice if we had a permanent different way to play the game whenever we wanted. And a client that isn't held together by duct tape and bubblegum. Well, I mean, I'm not greedy. I'll take what I can get. Let's see if Warhead gets to be here on the right. We let Grand Central happen to maybe mess up their deck. We let Grand Central happen because I've got a ton of big cards in my hand, right? Average Marvel Snap experience, really. Although, them getting another deck in there is, like, pretty reasonable for us, yeah. That seems good for the home team. Yeah, we caught Bullseye. Honestly, I think we're ahead here. Do they? They can't ever compete for the center, right? I should just drop Red Hulk. That was an Arnim Zola that been from their hand. Getting to learn about Arnim Zola in a game that we're winning is a really big win for us. And for reference, this was public information. They knew we had a 22 power Red Hulk coming here. We have bested the silver conquests. Are we gonna try gold conquest people with this? Mayhaps. We earned it. We might as well let it go. Gotta dance with the one who brought you. Absolutely. Excellent. Silver our gold tickets quickly. I appreciate people that want to play best of one. So the game plan here is draw Galactus. Easiest game plan I've ever executed. And then M'Baku stays in the deck, and he'll jump out onto Luke's bar and win the game. No! That's so rude. I have priority, though, and can do this now.
Kneel before Galactus.
Oh, we won the coin flip. Do, 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 beep, 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 do, 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 do. And I should do this because then blinking Warhead is guaranteed to get Red Hulk. Yeah. Okay, well, we can't blink the Warhead. We can still die to an Infinite, yeah. The question is, do they have She-Hulk as well? Just Zoe for now. Thank you for the absurdly generous tier 3 and for the over 2 years. Hope your personal sphere's doing well with all the insanity in the world. Unlucky. You know what? I messed that up, yeah? if I was planning to blink on the last turn anyways, I should have held the M'Baku in my hand. Because then when they do this, which was a possibility because they're a Sunspot deck, I could have gone Baku Blink, which would have been 1 in 3 to get the Red Hulk still. So there really wasn't a reason. The only reason to play the Baku out was if I top decked exactly Red Hulk. But that's only 1 in 4, and the odds that they pass because they're a Sunspot Shuri deck are higher than that, I think. So I made a mistake there. Unfortunate that things lined up the way that they did, but I also didn't optimize my variance around it. Looking forward to Shadowverse Set 3? Yeah, I did a spoiler review over on the Hooglandia Shadowverse channel, if you haven't caught that yet this morning. Looks very reasonable. Man, I read some stupid fucking YouTube comments all the time, but this one might actually take the cake. I posted an EX tier list on the Pokemon Pocket channel this morning that we recorded earlier this week, and someone let me know they are disappointed in my ratings because they weren't speculative about how the metagame could change in the future. And I should really be rating cards based on what they could do in the future. And I've had some mind numbing expectations before. But that's a new one even for me. Actually, what if I do this, hoping to have priority, then we Galactus them next turn?
Kneel before Galactus.
Can't even be mad! Can't even be mad. No, you. Actually, I'm gonna do this in case they warhead me. Streamer played around teenage warhead for the first time in his life? That's illegal. Oh no! I'm in danger. And this isn't quite enough, right? It's only 8. Look at little old me, chat. Imagine playing a card that makes a number instead of being toxic and breaking mind. Couldn't be me. I'll play Jeff out here. Help us jockey for priority. Not quite sure what we're doing yet. Nightmare. That's a spicy one out. I can't play high to play out. This turns this into Teenage Warhead or Symbiote Spider-Man. Either of those seem fine. Yeah, purple fart jump scare for sure. I think I just play for all three. I think I just play for all three. Oh right, we have Mr. Baku coming to back us up somewhere too. We have asserted ourselves as the superior deck of toxic cards. I'm upset you're playing Galactus without me paying for it, so here's to another big bad. Thanks for the tip, Brad. I remember when this community would pay for bounce decks. Sad. You still can. That's true. It's been a minute since we've bounced. We haven't bounced since they nerfed Mr. Fantastic First Steps. It's sad. It is sad he was good in that deck. You know, bounce probably isn't terrible right now. There isn't a ton of Cosmo. Like, obviously you could hit bounce with a few different tech cards, but Cosmo is definitely the tech card that gives bounce the hardest time. Speaking of the world burning, how's the Vibes market starting out today? Walmart missed their earnings target for the first time. I think someone said ever, but at least in a long while. So we're down a bit to start the day. It looks like it's bouncing back up. Somebody must be having a good vibe somewhere, but yeah, a lot of believe it or not, there is no recession in Ba Sing Se, but a lot of these retail stores are missing their earnings targets. Not a lot of Killmonger either. Killmonger and Shang-Chi and Shadow King actually aren't terrible cards for bounce staff to play around. You just have to know how to manage priority. It's the first time Walmart missed a quarterly expectation since like 22. Okay, so it's been a few years. with the amount of money, if the AI bubble does actually pop, it's gonna be likely a pretty brutal spiral. With all the money retail investors have been pumping in. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but if you want to hear a wild stat, OpenAI's current market evaluation is based on the idea that someday they will have 2 billion monthly paid users. Billion with a B. And like, I'm sure there will be a lot of signs that we were in a bubble after the fact that people will look back on, but I expect that to be one of the bigger ones. Where did that number come from? In the interview that talked about it, or the article that talked about it, they were doing it based on comparison to like Facebook and Google user numbers, but obviously those are free services. It is expecting $5 per month from 2 billion users. So like, it's not like a big amount, but like, still, that's a lot to expect people to actually pay. Like, I think for reference, if I recall, like what Netflix's like current user base, like 300 million, and they peaked somewhere over that, but not in the B range. Hey, Grindle, thank you for the submission, and Trash Panda, thanks for the spice rack. I think that's gonna wrap us up on deck submissions taken for today. So we're gonna wanna do some high voltage when that drops, and there's new cards coming. Appreciate the support from folks. Okay, so if Galactus stays in the deck, we're guaranteed to blink into Galactus next turn off the Symbiote Spider-Man. And actually, I'm gonna move Jeff into the center, so we're more likely to have priority next turn. No, come back! So if this hit center, we'd get to blink Baku back into the deck, and then we'd have Giganto here as well. I'm level 120 in Once Upon a Galaxy, and I thought I was bad at 90, says Grindle. What am I at? I think I'm at 70 or 80. So you nerds have me beat for sure. Oh, they're assuredly a Mr. Negative deck. Which is why I'm mostly waiting on them to snap me. I'm gonna wait Nakoya here, I think. Oh, shoot. Karmartage means they can have negative trigger twice now this turn. It's a little scary. Hopefully they don't see the line. Okay, so we're gonna Symbiote Spider-Man here. And then we'll blink him away, and then we'll Galactus here. that's pretty rude. Undoing my Okoye. Okay, and then we'll have priority here to be able to Galactus on the right. Snap. We'll snap before we do this. It's a shame we redrew the Baku symbiote, yeah. Yeah, there's a turn 7, so I can still blow things up here, and then we'll play cards next turn. Man, this is the sweatiest Mr. Negative player I've ever experienced. They are just drenched. Dripping in sweat profusely. I'm gonna win one of the next 3 games, I bet. Galactus. Blink. What are the chances they have Shang-Chi in their deck? Non-zero. What if I do this, and then next turn, Symbiote Spider-Man is guaranteed to blink into Galactus? I mean, I guess that works also. And I have 8 total over here. Baku pumps out. 9 total. There's no turn 7. Who needs a turn 7? Yeah, we have priority, so they can't like Mystique or anything here. And they don't have enough resources to like Iron Man plus other stuff. I'm honestly kind of impressed with this deck's ability to play regular games on top of Galactusing people. Like we've gotten to do the meme combo thing a couple of times, but we've also just like that game, right? Like our opponent was playing a combo deck and we were actually more consistent than they were in terms of what we were putting together. All right, we need to take a pause for the cause to let some adverts roll. I'm gonna run upstairs and grab some lunch while that happens. I'm feeling hungry already this morning. BRB gamers, don't go anywhere. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to tap the like button. I appreciate the folks that have done that already today. Rolling in. Thank you for the 46 months. Welcome back. Oh. Spend some energy. Chat, I have a confession to make. I think there's a chance Marvel Snap is turning me into a bad person because I kind of like this deck. Admitting you have a problem is the first step towards getting the help you need. Chat, the vibes were almost positive again today. And now the vibes market is down almost 200 points again. Who is harsh in the vibe? They should be fired immediately. Is that best in slot Carter? I think it is. That's why I bought it.
Oh, snap.
Hey, welcome to Chat Trips. On days when we take viewer decks, there'll be a link pinned above the chat to submit decks. When I'm taking submissions, we're full up on submissions for today. Usually like to play each deck submission for like 30 minutes to an hour, if they're reasonable, so. Oh, they're Erishim. Annoying deck. We're the good guy in this matchup. What are we gonna tell yourself to sleep at night? I think I'm staying. One, I don't really want to play a ton of games against Erishim. They could tie the center with a Merlin spell. Cool. I think we're pretty likely to win that with Gigantor there most of the time. Oh, there's a Quay's original text box. I don't remember what her very first text box was. She was a 1-1 with her same text at one point, but I don't remember if she started there or not. There's Rhino's purpose in this deck. It's a cheap card that helps you play for priority for Warhead and Galactus, and the rock from it is useful into or with Merlin spells. Snapfan says she was originally a 2-1 that gave +2. Sure, I'd believe that. This is a really funny roundabout way to trigger the Abbey. Because we go Rhino into Rock, get 4, once do this, and then it goes. I finally tried Once Upon a Galaxy last night, and then I emerged from a haze 3 hours later wondering what time it is. One of us. One of us. Yeah, it's real good. Making it real good. Goodbye, board.
Kneel before Galactus.
Zeus, thank you for the over 2 years of support. Good morning and welcome back. Well, that's lovely. I'd love to get rid of this one. Would I? Or do I want to do this? Nah, I'm just gonna do this. Hopefully they nocturne it. Stardust is rude. The anti-Mbaku card, chat. Yeah, I can't blink either. True. Big true. Oh, I was about to say should have moved Jeff Biddle, but actually didn't matter because they had arrow. Has Stardust stopped polymorph? No, transforms, we're not adding a card to a location. I have my shark. Rude.
Opponent snapped. Escaped.
Oh, that one's annoying. think I'm fast-dosing. That's close though. It could be Rhino plus once in future. Now I'm sad. Decent shot here. We got two polymorph rolls that we're favored on. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Dedicate this one to RN Jesus, not driving the bus off the cliff. Zeroing polymorph is funny. I mean, they messed up, right? You should always end on Shauna because of the possibility of zero. They should know better. I mean, they're an Arishin player, so they don't, but opponent absolutely 110% through that game with their sequencing. They wanted to polymorph the 1 cost. I guess. I think that's still wrong though, right? I think you'd rather polymorph the 6. I guess they're scared of hitting the 1 in 30 on Destroyer, but I think upgrading the 7 power 5 drop. I think upgrading the 7 power 5 drop is better on average than upgrading a random 1 drop in terms of stats. 7 power 5 drop to 6 is more added points on average than random 1 drop into random 2 drop, I think. There's the chance for critical failure of like Destroyer, but I don't think you can play scared of that if you want to do well. So Harkno, oh god, this stupid game. Come on. What is happening? When Harkno submitted this, they said they weren't 100% sure of a lot of the details, so we could make changes, but I honestly kind of felt like all the bits here felt really pretty good together. Fastos and Okoye randomly making your Galactus and M'Baku bigger felt really clean. We comboed Baku Symbiote Spider-Man with Blink a number of times. Symbiote Spider-Man can combo with Galactus to make it bigger. Giganto and Red Hulk felt like a good mix of 6 drops at the top end. Giganto's a couple extra points of power, letting it be 16. It was a really solid buff that made it reasonable. So I was pretty happy with this one. Appreciate the submission.